Welcome, everybody, to Pinfalls and Passports. For those who don't already know, this is a podcast for people just like you who love the sport of professional wrestling and for members of our WWE Travel Community Discord server. Now, I'm a member of the WWE Travel Community. Come join one of the fastest growing pro wrestling communities online. You can find the Discord invite link here in the podcast bio. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, on X, at Pinfalls and Pass, and TikTok, at Pinfalls. And please don't forget to follow and subscribe to this podcast to keep up to date with all the things involved in the world of professional wrestling. My name is Dork Chop. This is Pinfalls and Passports. And joining me for this episode is Mira. And holy shit, look at this. We have them off of a milk carton today. Hey, Danny.
What up, y'all? Hi, Danny.
What up? I was on vacation. I was on a 2-month vacation, just traveling the world.
Awesome. Glad to have you back, though. The show hasn't been the same without you.
Somehow I don't believe you.
It's a piece of my heart that was not here.
All right. Now that we're done being sappy.
How have you guys been?
Doing good.
Good.
Planning a whole big bunch of travel this summer.
You guys have so much travel coming up.
Yeah.
We have one big one, but I'm very excited. But we'll see. We shall see.
We got New York City next weekend for Fanatics Fest and Saturday night's main event, so that's a day trip.
Damn.
Then we got Minneapolis for SummerSlam, and then London, Paris, and Amsterdam for me.
Damn.
I know, right? That's going to be a great trip. I'm really excited. It's going to be a great summer.
Yeah,
it's going to be great,
I have places for you to go eat at. I'm gonna send you my list.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not eating herring though. Well,
No.
herring just looks disgusting. I'm sorry.
No
offense to those that love herring. I can't do it.
Either.
But speaking of herrings, we had SmackDown on Friday night, July 3rd. It was pre-taped from the Monday before, after the Fallout of Night of Champions. We had Sami celebrating his big title win in Saudi Arabia, acknowledging the crowd who'd booed him but now cheered him as the new champion. It said the reason he's holding the title is that he never changed. But then Adam Pearce rains on his parade and says, yeah, see, we're going to have a number one contenders match tonight between Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. And the winner of that is going to challenge you on Monday. Monday? Why Monday? Because it's in like what the hell? He's a SmackDown guy. Why is he going to be defending his title on Raw? I mean, and it's a valid complaint. I mean, I'm going to get this in right now. I'm going to go in on this. Liv Morgan hasn't defended her title in 79 days. Roman Reigns has not defended his title since Clash in Italy. Rhea Ripley is back. Takes Danny's place on the milk carton because she's hurt. But so you're telling me that Sami has to be the one, the champion, to step up, despite becoming champion at Night of Champions, to defend his title?
Are we really surprised? This is how they like to book these days. There's no story, makes zero sense. Yeah, you could have even had, well, never mind.
Like they're going for cheap. They're going for cheap pops or something.
That's all it is. It was just a cheap pop. They knew what their full intention was.
Yeah, and I don't like that, like good for Sami to get the win and become a Grand Slam champion. Good for him. I'm happy for him. What I'm not happy about is the fact that, he only got 9 days with the belt, but I think a lot of people are like that. By the same token, before he had to defend it at least. Well, we'll come back. We're going to come back to the soapbox moment in a minute, but I just don't like that. I mean, the fact that Roman, Liv, and Rhea all have not defended their titles, and yet you've got to make Sami do it. Come on. What are we doing?
Those are their top people. Why would they want them to get hurt? But watch, they have ring rust. Like when Rhea and Liv come back or actually have a match, they're going to have ring rust.
Yeah.
Especially Rhea. And I want her to be safe, depending on what the injury is.
So do we think they're protecting them? So do we think they're protecting them so that they don't get injured?
I think it's that, and they don't have anything really for them until this big match. Like, I think with Liv, her big match is Stephanie.
But now they had to pivot to Io at SummerSlam.
Right. And then I think with Rhea, is it supposed to be Charlotte or someone of that?
With Rhea, it was supposed to be, I don't know what they were doing with Rhea. I thought like they had a thing going with JC there for a second.
Oh yeah, they were right
And
before.
Jade, and it's just, once Rhea got hurt, it was like, what are we doing here? Like
We're
she's on the
going
milk card.
several weeks without your SmackDown Women's Champion
Right?
No explanation.
on TV. No update, no explanation, no nothing. No package saying, "Oh, I'm just rehabilitating." Nothing like that. It's just that you have your mid-carders, which is great for them. They're getting TV time. That's awesome. They're getting more matches, things like that. But where is your champion? If she's so hurt, let her relinquish the belt.
Right. It's
That
been
would be
5
better.
weeks.
That would be better. You could build a story around all those that really want a chance at this belt. You have
Yeah.
your Chelsea, your Charlotte, your Jade, whoever it is, you can build a story around that. They don't want to do it. I think Rhea will be back by SummerSlam, I hope. But
We're running out of time here.
what's the story? It's July the 9th.
Exactly. What's the story, Morning Glory? Jeez.
Damn, we got a month till SummerSlam.
Maybe she'll
Less
return
than.
tomorrow.
Less than 3
Yeah,
weeks.
we'll see
4 weeks?
tomorrow. But so yeah, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, #1 contenders match, stale, 7-minute match. Cody wins. He's the #1 contender going into Monday. The other highlight of this episode of SmackDown, though, that I want to get into, did you see Rey Fenix versus Elio Diva? Because holy
I actually did not, but
wow, what a great match!
just the
A lot
two
of fun.
names. Just the two names just sound like a good ass match. And I know we spoke about it before, but I'm glad they're having AAA basically perform on SmackDown. I think SmackDown needs something that'll help them, but just being able to showcase AAA, and then if people are so intrigued, they can lock into the weekly episode, which is always really good. AAA, I tend to watch on a weekly basis, and it's really so good. And then the stories they tell, it just
It's
makes
so
sense.
good.
And then not
So
only that,
good.
they've got the crossover now. You've got Damian Priest and appearing on AAA. You've got the
Hell
War
yeah.
Raiders over there now.
Yup.
Yeah.
Aren't they the tag champions?
They
over
are
there?
the tag champions.
Yeah, like, you
over
know what I'm
there.
saying? Like, that's actually making sense as a partnership. Like,
Yes.
that makes sense. Other partnerships, I feel like, aren't going as well as the AAA one, but
No, but hey, I mean, we've got other partnerships that we're going to get into. Also, the only other thing I want to cover about SmackDown today is that the announcement that Danhausen will be facing JD McDonough at Saturday night's main event in Madison Square Garden, because it's there for the Fanhausens, and of course, Danhausen's teasing backup because Zack Ryder. I mean Matt Cardona. He keeps calling him Zack Ryder. Matt Cardona offered to be in Danhausen's corner. He's like, no, I have somebody else in mind.
that's crazy.
alluding to the whatever it is on the table that he's got there. So, yeah,
Who's this supposed to be?
I hope it's not soft.
That wouldn't even, it would make sense for them to debut there because it's New York, but
Yeah,
that would just be crazy that they're associated with Danhausen, so I hope not.
I hope not either. It would be weird. But by the same token, we know that Enzo and Cass are on their way back at some point, sooner rather than later.
I like those
and-
guys.
Yeah, well, nobody's perfect.
Well, okay, I like their intro. That's what I like.
Yeah,
Everything
Yeah, no.
else, I couldn't name a top memory, but their intro, so good.
yeah, no. I mean, Enzo. The less I have to say about him, the better. He's a good promo. He's a great promo,
How you
but
doing?
he's also not
So-
great in the ring. Not at all.
He's
Big
super
Cass.
entertaining. He's super entertaining.
Cass, decent in the ring. He's really worked on his craft.
I hear he's 7-foot tall.
And you can't teach that. So,
You
if
can't
it
teach
winds
that.
up, that they wind up being in Danhausen's corner at Saturday night's main event, big pop, I'm sure.
Huge pop.
And it's going to be funny, no matter what. I mean, just the interactions between Cass and Danhausen, or excuse me, Enzo and Danhausen, both of them. It's going to be hilarious. How you doing?
Doing. Mira, how you doing?
Good. Good. Wanna know
Yeah, I
why I'm
thought we
doing
had-
good? The next match that got announced for Saturday night main event.
Brie
What?
Bella
Brie
and
Bella.
Paige. versus
versus
Fatal
Fatal
Limits.
Influence for the women's tag
Whoa.
team championships. And I just know it's going home to Fatal Influence.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I think Nikki returns and screws them over.
Screws her sister?
I think that's how they wind up losing. No, because I think Brie and Nikki kind of, I don't know, there's a, like they break up with Paige and do the whole Bella Twin reunion thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too deeply into that. Maybe there's a 6-woman tag at SummerSlam between Fatal Influence and Nikki, Brie, and Paige.
Mm.
We'll see. But either way, strap the rocket to Fatal Influence. Moving along, we had Monday Night Raw in where? Chicago, Chicago, Chicago.
I knew you were going to do that.
I bet you did. And to be fair, it's the 15th anniversary of the Summer of Punk, the summer where he dropped the pipe bomb, where he beat John Cena in the Rosemont Horizon or the Allstate Arena, wherever you want to call it. For the WWE Championship, and he jumped the rail, blew a kiss, and ran through the crowd and put the belt in the fridge.
Classic.
Just crazy stuff there. We opened the show with good old champ Sami Zayn walking in the back, and he confronts Cody Rhodes about their title match later in the evening. But before they can really say anything, in comes Gunther, that Austrian asshole.
Austrian dick face.
Puts Cody through a table and then kicks a car door on his head. And Cody can't go. So now Pierce and Aldis are frantically calling people to take Cody's place in the title match because, damn it, they promised Chicago a title match. Why not just postpone? Nope, we promised Chicago a title match.
How convenient.
Anyway, yep, exactly. Seth Rollins opens the show with a promo, and LA Knight interrupts him because brother. I'm sick of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. I think you are too. And I think LA Knight was speaking for all of us in that segment. Like, can we move on to something new, please?
Please.
Enough.
LA Knight is so over like Roper with the fans. Again, I'm not his biggest fan, but just that promo itself, it just looked like something clicked. And when Seth basically endorsed him, I don't know if that holds any weight. You would hope that Seth's word would hold some weight because LA Knight should be a world heavyweight champion. He should have been a world heavyweight champion
easily.
And I just don't know if it will happen. I think he has the potential. Yes, he had botches, but who is perfect? No one is perfect. And I really did enjoy that promo from him on Monday.
Definitely. It was one of those things where he was right. And he was right to call out Seth and Roman for essentially hogging the spotlight, keeping it less, more talented wrestlers, other talented wrestlers, I should say, not more talented, but other talented wrestlers down. And then we capped the segment off with Jimmy Uso kicking LA Knight in the fat.
Nice.
Yeah, because, we got to keep that bloodline friction going.
Great sound effects.
Thank you. I'm on one tonight, folks. Okay. We have new tag team champions. I thought the Vision was about to die a horrible death here, and I was ready to cheer for it. But instead, we get, the Street Profits defending against the Vision. Yeehaw. Braun Breaker and Austin Theory, who has the charisma of a wet vacuum. Wet paper towel or a vacuum, whatever.
He's better as a babyface. I just don't get this heel bullshit, but it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I still have love for him. I love him, but
he hasn't been the same since John Cena buried him in that promo 3 years ago before WrestleMania 39. It's like
honestly,
I wish when he said that thing about pumping in crowd noise to get people to care, it was like, oh. And ever since then, he has been flailing. I mean, even beating John Cena at WrestleMania didn't do anything for him. It didn't do anything for him.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, he's been directionless almost ever since then. And now he's in the Vision. Whoop-de-doo. And thanks to a turning heel Maxine, they are the tag team champions. That's another thing I'm not sure how I feel about Maxine aligning with the Vision and becoming essentially the first Paul Heyman girl.
I thought Ronda Rousey was.
Not really. They never really.
What about Shayna Baszler?
Shayna Baszler? No,
Baszler. No, never mind
no.
then. Never mind.
Yeah, it was really kind of it was it was anticlimactic for me. And
Mhm.
then just seeing Tozawa and Otis come out after Maxine left with the Vision, and I was like, oh man, those two are getting released. Oh, I feel so bad
Yeah.
for Otis and Tozawa. What do they do with them after this?
The thing is
I
they do a
know.
lot of community and they need wrestlers for that. So I don't know if they will release them just yet. I think they might just be on like main event or something. I don't see them getting released this year. It could be next year unless they are like.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
no, they
And
they use them a lot for like community and charity stuff. So I don't think so.
I think
yeah.
Otis is on AAA, right?
Oh, he's on AAA.
I think so. Yeah, he pops in here and there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he was in that battle royale match or something a minute ago.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure. But Maxine's heel turn, I think she needed it. I think they wanted to push her more in the beginning of the year. It's just that she wasn't getting a crowd reaction. So they're like, hey, like we don't really have anything because you're not getting a reaction from the crowd. She got a
Yeah.
reaction on Monday as a heel, but so let's just see how it goes. We have to build the younger talent. This is the attempt. So let's just see how it rocks.
I mean, and even Heyman calling out the fact that like she was the only one of them that actually did anything to get his interest. You know, because he did say to the Vision, if you don't have anything after tonight, don't come back to me at all. And I really thought that was it for them. I really did. I wanted it to be so bad. I'm so done with the Vision. Oh,
I think everybody is, huh?
pretty much, pretty much, pretty much. But so we're done with that. On to Raquel Rodriguez and her pursuit of the Women's Intercontinental Championship. You have the numbers game getting into it. Roxanne and Liv helped out a little bit trying to get Raquel the win, despite Raquel's insistence that she wanted to do it on her own. Io Sky came out to even the odds, and Soul was able to snatch Raquel's soul and retain the title.
It was a solid match for her. She looked really confident. Soul
Mm-hmm.
really did look confident in that match. I enjoyed the match. When you got the Judgment Day involved, it's going to be a numbers game. With Io being the queen in the ring, it kind of just helps out there. We'll probably see like a tag match or something between them or of some sort soon. But no, I like the match though.
Yeah. It furthered the issue between Io and Liv as we build towards SummerSlam. But hey, it's just one of those things where I want to see. I'm waiting for Raquel or Roxanne to turn on Liv. Like, can we get to that point, please?
I want it to be Roxanne so bad, but I think it'll
Same.
be Raquel because she's been like really close with Liv. It just makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I just I don't know. I'm Raquel at this point. She's failing to get over, just like Paul Heyman's attempt to get over calling Brock Lesnar the Brocktagon.
It could not be.
He
I
said
like
that,
that.
not me.
That
Hyped up. He came out to hype up this Hell in a Cell match against Obafemi at SummerSlam, calling the structure the Hell in a Cell the Brocktagon. First of all, Hell in a Cell is not 8-sided, so don't even.
it should be.
And then, of course, he described the fact that Lesnar has beaten The Undertaker not once, but twice inside the Hell in a Cell, which it was a match The Undertaker created. Well, okay. I get that. Yeah, beat him twice inside Hell in a Cell. And holy heck, there were some incredibly brutal and bloody matches. But, especially the second one, Undertaker was a part-timer at that point. Then again, so was Brock. It wasn't, the second one didn't carry as much weight for me. The first one really established Brock as the guy back in 2002.
Damn, historians.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm fucking me too, though, because I remember all that.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're both in our 40s, bro. Don't even try to say I'm old and you're not.
Damn.
We both remember childhood cartoons in the 80s. Mm-hmm. And we also remember Brock Lesnar being the guy in 2002. It's now 2026.
Yep.
Brock and this is a proper passing of the torch kind of match. I hope it's Brock's last. I really do.
Why not?
Especially I get that Brock called an audible at WrestleMania and kind of made the decision on his own to retire. But at this point, it makes sense. It's time for him to go. Move aside, put over, make a new star. And then, of course, Oba came out and delivered a fire promo to combat Paul Heyman's promo and told it, essentially, I'll see him in hell. And I can't wait for this match. I think it's going to be bloody, violent, ruthless.
yeah.
It's going to be great. The only thing I'm going to hate about this match is seeing it live in person, because Hell in a Cell matches don't translate well live. You don't get the camera angles inside the cell unless you're looking at the screens. And I'm not paying that kind of money to sit there and look at the screens. I'm looking at the ring in front of me.
I've seen one live, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, the Hell in a Cell one from
2015.
I don't know the year. Yeah, it might have been. It was definitely in like their later years. I was at the Staples Center. I was maybe like the lower 100s in the middle row, like 5.
Hey, hold on.
It was a free.
Didn't you go to WrestleMania 39?
Yeah.
So then you also saw Edge versus Finn Balor.
Okay, so then I guess I saw 2 Hell in a Cell matches, but the Undertaker versus Brock one, where I was like right in the middle, it looked really good. But yeah, the WrestleMania 39 one, I was in a corner and it was not that great.
Yeah, I was on the floor and I was having a hard time seeing. I was busy looking up at the ring in SoFi to see what was going on, because the chain link kind of does that. Kind of like that blurring effect, and it's hard to follow the action going on inside the ring. So I'm gonna have to watch it back again later on after SummerSlam to really appreciate this match. But yeah, I am looking forward to the match itself. I think Brock and Oba are gonna really deliver the goods.
That's all I want.
Yeah, that's all the goods. Somebody who's been bringing the goods lately is Ethan Page. His promos have been great, and he's making Rusev mildly interesting. He teamed up with Rusev to take on the team of Chad Gable and Dragon Lee, who, of course, Dragon Lee tapped out to the Accolade. Yeehaw. And then they put the Accolade on Gable before Joe Hendry came running out, which I thought he was going to be in a rivalry with Logan Paul. But I guess that bicep injury or tricep injury, whichever it is, I don't care. It's Logan Paul. Anyway.
I think they're shifting gears with Joe Hendry. I think he'll be IC champ by SummerSlam.
Oh, wow. That's right, because we got the gauntlet match.
Next week, and he's in it. So I'm like, and he had a promo. I don't think it was aired on TV, but he had a promo basically like, I guess, putting his sights to the IC title. So, that might be the direction he's heading into.
Penta and Joe Hendry. I just don't see it being a one-on-one match. I don't know. I who knows?
I prefer Ethan, but we'll see.
Maybe we're setting up Ethan and Joe Hendry later on. Because I think Ethan is eventually going to be Intercontinental Champion.
1,000%.
I mean, it's inevitable at this point. And Rusev will be his muscle. It's how we're going to get there. That's the execution. Again, tell me a story, WWE, and don't bore me or piss me off. Which, Lord knows, the next couple segments. I mean, yeah, they did. I know. I mean, you were already pissed off Cody was taken out of the match.
I was already pissed. I was pissed off at Night of Champions or whatever last PLE was.
Yeah, I get it. Bailey's pissed off at Lyra for turning heel on her and wants to meet her next week face to face in the ring.
Bailey, win a contract though.
Like, seriously, we need to.
Bailey, I got matches. I got matches for you, Pam, and they ain't over here. But
I want to see Bailey against Willow Nightingale.
I'll be patient. I want to see Chris Statlander. I want to see her against Japan women. Like I have. There's so many like.
Yeah, no, it's like they wrap this up and get on your way to AEW.
It just sucks because it's like Bailey loves WWE, longtime fan, and it's just that the older you get as a talent, but especially a female talent, you're not in that main title picture unless you're like, even with Charlotte's not really in the main title picture at the moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the older you get, like you don't get utilized as much, and it's like they have so much to give. They have so much to give.
Speaking of Charlotte, do you realize it's been over 3 years since she's held a world championship? Yeah.
Too
Was it
long.
39, right?
Yep, when she
39?
lost to Rhea
Lost it.
Ripley.
Really? Yep. Okay. She'll get
Yeah.
it back because then she'll be 15-time champion. So I just don't know when they're going to do that. But hey, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Who knows? And of course, LA Knight and Jimmy Uso were bitching back and forth when out of nowhere comes Jacob Fatu to do whatever the hell he wants.
Just he bulldozed the fuck out of LA Knight, didn't he?
And he did. It was pretty rough. But yeah, more bloodline BS. Yeah. And then we come to our main event. We've been teasing this whole night that there's going to be a replacement opponent for Cody Rhodes. It's in Chicago. Do the fucking math. We knew who was coming out. We knew who was challenging.
Da-da-da-da-da.
As soon as that garage door opened, I was like, yep. No, exactly. I mean, as soon...
Oh,
Yes,
yep,
That's right. Cornelius Mortimer Punk.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm taking my stab at what CM stands for. Yeah,
I
but we
like
haven't
that
seen
name.
Punk. We haven't seen CM Punk in almost 3 months since the night after WrestleMania, when he said he's going to stay ready because you never know when championship opportunities are going to just fall from the sky. And here's a championship opportunity that just fell from the sky. By the way, Punk was jacked.
He's been so. This is my issue. Speaking of Punk being jacked, since WrestleMania, he's been working out like a motherfucker. He looks he's in the best shape he's ever been in all of his time wrestling. He's been in the best shape ever. Great. Why didn't we, take clips of that and show the people, oh, he's getting into SummerSlam shape, just anything, do a package. Just be like, hey, he's returning. Just something. Him talking about, hey, I'm focusing on, I'm getting a championship. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, one of y'all be ready. I'm coming back. Like we could have done anything just to do little inklings.
Well, I think they wanted that shock.
The shock and awe of.
It
Well,
would have been a
back in
shock
Chicago.
regardless. It would have been a shock regardless. It's Chicago. That's their main. But just to give a look, because it's like, I mean, who he never wanted to be. And I'm like,
Exactly.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
he's not working with a lot. He's not working with a lot right now.
I mean, I saw people likening this match to Cody and Punk being Bret Hart and Hulk Hogan at the end of WrestleMania 9. I've seen, I made the comparison earlier in the week that this felt like Christian and Randy Orton in 2011, where Teddy Long out of the blue just decided, hey, you're going to defend the title 3 days after you won it against Randy Orton and lose. Yeah. And it's just, Sammy did the open challenge with the United States Championship last summer. So he's like, oh, okay, fine. I'll just deal with it. Now comes Punk. Crowd's absolutely electric. Pops the second they see him. Loud cheers. We had server members in the front row. That was pretty awesome.
Shout out to Melissa.
Ooh.
I've seen that video.
Oh, yeah. She had a great video of for the match. Yeah.
Who was in the front?
Melissa.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
It was.
sh-
We during the live chat on Monday, we were like, is that no way? That's her. Yeah.
I think it was
Damn, that's-
Martin that called it out. I was like, oh shit, yeah, he's right.
He's right though.
That's
Yeah,
badass.
and Punk and Sammy have an excellent match, but ultimately Punk wins the championship. A great match, back and forth, ebb and flow. Punk, Sammy hits a GTS on Punk. Punk hits a haluva kick on Sammy before hitting a GTS of his own, and then he gets the 1, 2, 3. Big pop. And of course, Punk was wearing Bret Hart tights. Anytime he wears the Bret Hart tights, he gonna win.
Sure, that's his guy. That's his guy right
Oh
there.
yeah.
I feel like he getting reparations for Bret. Like you know what I'm saying? Like in my head, like I'm trying to reason this because I don't hate that CM Punk is champion. The reason why I don't hate it because it's something new. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he's never held the Undisputed Championship, and it's something new. It's a new champion for the belt. He has a whole list of people he can go through.
Yeah.
But when we look at the other hand, and it's like Sammy, and knowing his story, NXT, him coming to the main roster, wanting to be a world champion one day. He was IC, tag team champion multiple times, United States champion. Like he's held those titles. Like, so it's just like, all right, this is awesome. He became champion at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, huge
And
pop.
huge pop. And it's just like he got his moment, which is beautiful. And I think if they can tell a story to where if 43 is going to ultimately be in Saudi Arabia
Mm-hmm.
and he does have a big match and he wins it, if they're able to tell that story beautifully, great. But I just don't know if they have that confidence in him, and I just don't foresee it. So I'm like, where do we go from here for him? And I say a heel turn, I would act like a whole asshole.
Yeah, we already started seeing that after he had a little bit of a crash out after Monday's match. They did like digital exclusive. This piece of shit shows up and gets a title shot. This is bullshit. Yeah.
Mhm.
I scratched and I clawed and they only let me have it for 9 days. Nice. And I mean, to be fair, in character, he's right. He did
Yeah.
everything that was asked of him. And then he won the title. And then all of a sudden, like part of my rant from earlier about how Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and Roman Reigns have not been defending their belts regularly, but all of a sudden now we got to make Sammy defend his. Oh, he's justified. It's a justified crash out. It's definitely one of the most justified, kayfabe crash outs of all time, and I don't blame him one damn bit. I mean, making him defend the title on Raw as opposed to SmackDown. He's not a Raw guy. He's a SmackDown guy. And having your show's general manager be the one to line up the opponent on Raw, because Nick Aldis, went outside the box and kind of snuck one past Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
And not only that, but could this mean a heel turn for Punk too? Because you could really, really run with that hypocrite storyline. You could really do some wonders with that, and then kind of like Punk becoming that which he railed against all those years ago in the pipe bomb.
I think it could be a possibility. I just don't know if they're going to do it because he's one of their best-selling merch people. Because
Yeah,
we think about Cody, we think about Jey Uso, like those two come to mind. When it's like there has been times kayfabe that a heel turn would be justified, but they just haven't done that for whatever reason, whether it's merch or it just wasn't the right time yet. And that's okay, because you do have to do a heel turn carefully.
yes,
Because you need to make sure that this sticks and it has longevity to it, depending on what they're trying to tell. But I think it could be a possibility. I wouldn't mind that because that's where Punk is his truest self.
Yeah, I mean, between Punk, Sammy, even Cody, one of those three could go full heel out of this, because the rumor is it's going to be Punk versus Cody for the belt at SummerSlam. We've got Saturday night's main event in New York City next weekend. We still got to figure out how we're going to establish CM Punk's number one contender for SummerSlam. And I mean, you've got Gunther, you've got Cody, you've got Sammy, all with legitimate claims to the belt.
Fatal 4-way.
Yeah, you could do a fatal 4-way as well.
Eliminator style. Because I hate when they do that first to the fall shit.
Yeah.
I love elimination style.
Yeah. I mean, but
so
by the
good.
same token, I think Punk versus Cody 1-on-1 puts more asses in seats.
Night two.
Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and it really kind of just blows the doors off of what WWE wants to do for the next week, next couple of months. I think you end up having that fatal 4-way. It's Sunday night's main event in Atlanta on September the 6th. You could have so many different things happen. And obviously, I think whoever is the champion coming out of that is ultimately gets cashed in on at Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
There are a lot of options, a lot of things. It opens up a lot of storytelling avenues for them. I don't like how they got there. But by the same token, I'm not mad at CM Punk being World WWE Undisputed Champion.
I'm really not upset about him being champion. It's like it was inevitable. It just sucks that it had to be this way.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they didn't want Cody and him to meet prior. They wanted to save that for its own special occasion, which more than likely, like you said, will be SummerSlam. It just sucks that there had to be a pawn in this of Sami Zayn. And I guess the thing is, I know he's grateful that he was the Undisputed Champion. He was grateful to be able to finish his story. But
At his age, Sammy is grateful that the check's clear.
Yes, exactly. So I'm like, I know he's grateful in that sense, and I don't think, like, yes, he's definitely upset, but I don't think he's as upset as a lot of fans are.
Oh, good Lord.
Because it's like it's the business. It's the business. That's why I'm like, when it happened, I was like, oh fuck, they really used him as a transitional champion, which
Yeah.
fucking blows. But it's like, it's the business.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, great moment, him winning the title and all the fun little things he put out on social media. I was hoping we would get kind of a Darby Allin AEW championship run.
That's what I was thinking.
Like if it's going to be short, give us banger after banger after banger. We miss you, Sheamus. Goodbye. Have fun wherever you wind up.
Oh my goodness, that's right.
Sheamus is no longer with WWE. That's right. But that's completely unrelated. Yeah, but it really kind of opens up. And then they drew a lot of parallels between Money in the Bank 2011 and Raw on Monday night, where like Punk hopped the rail, blew the kiss,
Yep.
celebrated with the fans, and then he went home and he put the WWE Undisputed Championship in his fridge.
Yep.
His fridge has a lot more healthy snacks
Options,
and beverages
yeah.
in it in 2026 than it did in 2011. But all the same, he drew all the parallels, and he is now the WWE Undisputed Champion. Crazy turn of events. First time the WWE Championship has changed hands on Raw since 2021, since Big E cashed in on Bobby Lashley.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Long time
it's
ago,
been
man. A while.
Absolutely. And it really, like I said, it opens up a lot of possibilities for the summer. It really amps up enthusiasm for SummerSlam in my mind, especially in a time when they really needed it, because they needed this shot in the arm to kind of get people interested in going to SummerSlam.
Are the tickets moving for that event? I'm sure there's people going, but I feel like it's not.
It's me and 5 other people at this point.
Who's going?
There's not a lot of people going, but yeah, I figure over the next couple of weeks, tickets will start to move. They still haven't opened up tickets on the other side of the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, behind the camera.
Dude, it's pretty cheap. I was looking at tickets before you came on. Man, you can sit like on the floor row 6 for $500. That's pretty damn good, man.
I paid less than $500 for a 2-night combo in the club seats.
That's not bad though.
That's pretty good, dude.
That's really not bad. It's just, I feel like it's the location. I feel like it's not a location that a lot of people would be like, oh, I want to go there.
Yeah, Minnesota doesn't scream vacation.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a big thing for people, but it looks like the combo tickets, 22,000 tickets have sold. So I'm like, I think they'll probably end up selling out. I just don't know.
22,000?
Yeah, 22,000, and the setup is for 29,000. That's under combo tickets.
Oh, under combo tickets. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then for Saturday, no, combo tickets available is 1,700. Available tickets for Saturday is 5,718.
Okay. So what's the full capacity they're going for on Saturday?
Well, the current setup, I guess, for the whole thing is 29,000.
In a stadium that holds 70?
Yeah, there's no way they open up that other side.
That's the current setup. The current setup is 29,000. I'm trying to see where Sunday is at, because I'm actually I'm interested in this part. That's Saturday's tickets. Where's Sunday? No. I'm not finding Sunday, but Saturday looks pretty good. I mean, for combo wise, they only have 48 to sell.
Yeah, and because of ticket sales falling short of expectations, WWE has apparently marked ticket prices down by 25%. So if you want to go to SummerSlam, if you've never been to a SummerSlam before, you've got a lot of marquee matches to look forward to at this show. They might do the Me Plus 3 thing again.
Yeah,
they are. They're doing it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think though that a stadium that size, they're not even setting up for less than half of the capacity of the stadium. And they're not even able to fill that. Ugh.
They're not.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a doom and gloomer here, but that's wow. Like I said,
like 3.5 weeks left, so hopefully the build entice people, and it could be like a last minute thing for a lot of people they may just be like, all right, I'm just gonna go buy tickets and go down that weekend. What's hotels looking like?
Hotels are, yeah. So a standard football seating capacity, I should say, the U.S. Bank Stadium of 66,200 can be expanded up to 73,000. Now, I know that Super Bowl, or excuse me, that WrestleMania, they would open up the whole stadium because it's WrestleMania. Slams, they have not done that in years past. Somehow they got to 57,000 in Cleveland 2 years ago, which okay. And then last year in MetLife looked pretty
Cool.
It looked decently full, but this is wow.
They're gonna have to start giving away tickets. They're gonna have to do a tax write-off to the people in Minnesota. They's gonna have to give away tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean seriously, they got to figure out a way to get people to Minnesota. But
I'll be last
yeah.
minute. I'm one of those last
Who
minute
knows?
people.
Yeah, me and Danny could be chilling in Minnesota.
I'm gonna meet you there, man.
Send me
Yeah.
pictures, y'all.
Yeah, we'll try.
Live
of course-
podcast during SummerSlam.
Yeah, get your ass to London. We'll have a live pod during All In.
How are those tickets looking?
All In, they're actually struggling to sell Wembley out too. But we'll talk about that on the AEW show later on tonight, if you're joining us for that. Because Wembley Stadium has, now that I pull it up, has a capacity of 90,000.
That's crazy.
But their setup, because I just seen it. I think their setup is for 37,000.
Yeah.
And their ticket distribution is 28,000. But so they have a little bit close to 10,000 to sell. But let's just do the roundup. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's insane.
Damn.
The tickets are cheap though. The tickets are very affordable.
Yeah, for both events. But like SummerSlam, I mean, it's the second biggest show of the year. And it's a little disappointing to hear the numbers, especially now that we're getting Reigns versus Rollins for the last time. We're getting Oba versus Brock in Hell in a Cell. We're getting Cody versus Punk. They are pulling out all the stops, and it still isn't making a difference.
I feel
Well-
like they when they're put under pressure because they're not performing for ESPN. When you have
Exactly.
lifelong fans like myself, and I would go to every single PLE if I could, and if I could afford it, I'm
Mhm.
not enticed to go to SummerSlam. Yes, you have all these big matches, but if they're 6-minute matches, less than 20-minute matches, and you're gonna have an ad every 5 minutes, I don't want to fucking go. That's just me being honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like I've been telling Danny, I want to go see for the stadium.
Mhm.
I love, I've been wanting to see US Bank Stadium. I'm on a quest to get to all 30 NFL stadiums. Currently at 21, US Bank will make 22. Yeah, I'm down to 8. I might go to see the new Bill Stadium this year.
That'd be
I heard that stadium's gonna be sick as fuck.
It's going to be
I love how-
expensive as fuck.
I love how it's still outdoors too. They're trying to keep that.
Yeah,
that
it looks like a
vibe
giant
of,
bedpan. Where like I associate objects. I like the Buffalo is the giant bedpan. Vegas is the giant Roomba. Atlanta is Megatron's butt.
It really is.
But yeah, it's crazy. We got a lot of time to go until SummerSlam, and hopefully WWE can really entice people to go. But we've got a new WWE champion. His name is CM Punk. And I think that's it for this week's episode of Pinfalls and Passports. Unless you guys have anything else. I see you waving your hand there, Mira.
No, I'm chilling. Go Birds, I guess. I don't know anymore.
Go Birds.
Go.
Yeah.
Don't you got
Let's just
Rams? The Dodgers? Go Dodgers? Like,
Dodgers. Go your sister's ass.
bro.
Hey, we're a family show, kind of.
I don't know, man. I was gonna say go Mexico, but
Sorry. Yeah, the World Cup is almost wrapping up here. We're in the quarterfinals.
go Mexico.
But anyway, we're reeling it back in. We have been